What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 16th day of February, and here we are sitting at about half a cent, $0.0055. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are. Here we are, looking like we are attempting to break out of this downtrend here. We're attempting to, but we're not really getting any follow through. The follow through we did get rejected back down, and that's not encouraging. Let's look at the short term stuff and see if there's something more reliable that we can count on that will propel us higher, or should we be expecting a little bit of a pullback? Might we be getting a double bottom or a slightly higher low here, something like that? Maybe. You don't have to, when you find your low, you don't have to move up immediately. You can chill and then slowly but surely move up, right? We kind of did that here. I guess here we found our low. This was the low, and then we moved up. But in the grand context of this move overall, we weren't just moving straight down and then we bounced. We kind of rounded things out before that happened. So maybe that's what we're doing here is we're rounding out, we're consolidating. Let's just see. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then zoom out from there, okay? Looking at this here, not a whole lot of volume. I'm not seeing any gaps, any notable gaps at least, so that's good. 1 hour RSI does look bearish here. It does. Neutral, but bearish, I would say. Stochastics look bearish here. And the MACD, but also kind of wonky. The MACD is also bearish, so assuming the downside's not the wrong way to go. Does that mean that we're going to go below this low? No, but just lower than here, probably. The RSI, the RSI actually would kind of contest that. It would kind of argue that. We've got this nice higher low overall. I guess it would agree. We come down a little bit, but we'd still find support and then move up higher, right? So maybe we come down a little bit. Maybe we do go below 0.0053. But again, then the numbers we're talking about to the downside are probably negligible compared to what's coming to the upside. I mean, at this point, I can safely say I think we're going to move down. I'm not confident that that means that we go below this low. I'm not confident that means that we go below this low. Maybe we find support in between those lows. Maybe we find a higher low overall. I don't know what it means, but I do believe that this price here, we will see lower prices over the coming hours. Stochastics look a little bit bearish, but the RSI, I like that RSI, man. That's a good look there. Stochastics look bearish, come down to the oversold zone, reset, and then we can move up higher, right? You got reset here. That didn't mean you had a lower low. You had a higher low, and then we went higher afterwards. MACD, the MACD is actually in a bullish position on the 4 hour time frame. This is good. This is actually good stuff. So the 1 hour doesn't look good. The 4 hour actually looks set up to do some good things over the coming days, as long as we don't see a lower low here. Okay, daily time frame, and that would be a low below 0.0454. Daily time frame here, looking at this, the daily RSI I think is bearish overall, but there's again bullish prospects. You got very deep in the overbought zone, you rejected the oversold zone. There's some things to go off of. Right now you're bearish, but sometimes you're bearish at your low points and right before you start to move up higher. Stochastics look bullish. The stochastics actually do look bullish right here, and the MACD, normally I would say it looks bearish, but because you have these higher lows in your oscillator, because you've had these higher lows in your histogram, you had the bullish divergence come through, and now for 3 days in a row you've been building bullish momentum. I'm going to say that there's actually a bullish shape here, even though you're below the zero, which is kind of rare, but it gives me a lot of hope that this kind of rounded bottom here will prevail, and that we will continue to climb, that every low we get will be a higher low, and ideally every high we get will also provide a higher high as well until we get above this point. And again, the target area from here would be ultimately to go to somewhere around, at a bare minimum, about 1.7 cents to a maximum of about 2.5 cents. And I say that's the maximum. Really, we could go a lot higher than that too. We've seen OnyxCoin make these deeper extensions, but something in this zone between the 1272 to the 1618, this is what I'm personally expecting. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I know this was a quick video today, you guys, but I've got things to do. I kind of made it quick intentionally. On a weekly basis, I don't mind these weekly closing candles. This looks good. I think that we're set up for more. We just got to get more, and we can't give up too much to the downside. So what I'm hoping to see here is that maybe if we move down, maybe today's red, maybe tomorrow's red, whatever, but the rest of this week we're moving up. It doesn't have to be explosive, but if it is, we'll take it. We'll take it. Any day now, though, we are looking for some type of, what's the word I want to use here? Not voluptuous. Voluptuous works. Vibrant, vitalizing. I don't know. Some type of very large move, very fast moving move, high velocity movement. We're looking for that to happen at some point, maybe over the coming days or some point between next week or the end of this month. That's kind of my thoughts there. So if not, it could be in March, but ultimately we're thinking that we're going to move up to around this 2 cent area. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.